What's up, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is PureGlass Podcast, my creative space where I give my unpopular opinion and commentary on movies, TV shows, and whatever else I feel like talking about. Mostly it's just movies over here. So I've been gone for like a month. A lot has happened within those 30 days. I moved. I just had a lot going on, so I just needed to take a break and just focus on my personal life and get myself, situated with my transition to this new environment that I'm in. So this is my new little space, and let's just get straight into it. So honestly, I was going to do a video about something totally different today. It was going to be like my unpopular opinion about like black remakes. I'm gonna switch it up, and I'm just actually gonna talk about that biopic of Amy Winehouse that came out recently. It is currently on Peacock, I think. I'm not sure if it went to movie theater, child. I don't even watch trailers no more. I just listed it was streaming, and it had popped up, my timeline one day. So I'm like, let me just, check this out and see what it's about. I used to listen to Amy Winehouse, when I was like in middle school. So I am definitely familiar with her music, but I definitely have to talk about some things with this film. So make sure you grab your drinks, grab whatever, and let's get into it. So I wasn't disappointed by the film. Like, it was good, and I liked the actress. Honestly, let me do my little research real quick. Let me see if that girl was actually singing or if that was Amy Winehouse's voice. So she didn't lip sync. Actually, that was pretty good. I was on the fence. I was like trying to figure out if that was her lip singing Amy's, songs and tracks in the film, or if she was using her vocals. And it was her vocals, and she did a pretty good job. So the girl who portrayed Amy was phenomenal. I thoroughly enjoyed the film. I feel like they had a decent cast. I just really liked the music, honestly, and I liked the dynamic of like her relationship with her family, especially her dad. I feel like it's so important for a father and daughter to have a strong relationship. She was loved by her family, but you can tell that she still has some issues because she was hung up on that guy. But let's just get into it, because that's the thing. I feel like I'm a fan of Amy's, but I'm not not even a fan. I can't even say that. I like some of Amy's music, but I'm not a fan. So as someone who is completely clueless to this artist and who, enjoyed their music but just wanted to know a little bit more about them, like their backstory, how they got started, how they became who they are or were, it lacked that part of the biopic. I felt like they highlighted the movie on her relationship with Blake, the guy she was married to up until her death. That was disappointing to me. And if her family had any input in the direction and the flow of this biopic, then I really felt like they did not do her justice, because I would not want my history and my name to be remembered as some drunken, love-struck weirdo, you know what I'm saying? Like, who couldn't control her alcohol or her emotions because of some guy, and it's crazy because I'm not judging her at all. I know she's deceased, but I'm not judging. It's just like, drugs is crazy. Like, it will do that to you. Like, it can be something as small as weed. If you locked in with someone and y'all had good times when you were high, and then the lows just get really low and ugly, and then you can rekindle or reconcile and squash your beef, quote unquote, with the drugs that got you to that high in the first place. It's kind of like a back and forth cycle. So I'm not judging her. Again, I just felt like they could have went into depth more about her background, like how she got started. And I watched this 3 times because I kept getting distracted you know, doing other things. But I'm like, how exactly did she get started? It's like they kind of brushed past that stuff. Like, they showed it in the beginning, but it was very, very brief, and it just happened so fast. Like, one minute she's performing on stage, and then the next minute she has a band. The next minute her band, or she leaves her band, then the next minute she's with Blake, and the rest of the movie is about Blake. So I felt like they did not do her justice. Again, as someone who was not a fan but who admired her music, I would have liked to just learn a little bit more about her. I can do my research, you know, I don't want to do research. If you make a biopic, make it right, you know. So I just felt like it wasn't given for me, and I was disappointed just for the simple fact that most of the storyline, like most of the movie, it was like a 2-hour movie, and maybe an hour and a half of it was about her and Blake's relationship, or her addiction, and I just didn't like that. They have plenty of biopics about other artists. The most recent one I had seen, I believe, was Whitney Houston, and we all know what her and Bobby, you know, used to do, and how they became such a talk in media. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know they did the blow, okay? We know they did that shit. So they did not highlight that in the movie. I don't even think they mentioned it. Well, yes, they did. They did. I'm sorry. They mentioned it that she needed to go to rehab because she was not doing too well. But that was such a small part of the movie. That's what I'm trying to get at. That's my point here. When it came to the Whitney movie biopic on Netflix, they could have easily went down the road of her getting on cocaine, her strung out, and all those outbursts and weird interviews she had, and how slim and skinny they could have easily did that with her, but they didn't. So I just didn't like how they mainly focused on Amy's relationship with Blake and how he kind of helped her out the gutter, or was such a strong inspiration to her. Like, again, I'm not a fan, so maybe a lot of that was truth, but I felt like as an artist who was as big as Amy Winehouse was, there has to have been more to talk about and to share about her legacy in her life, besides just one white nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just wasn't too thrilled about that. But again, it is what it is. Movie wasn't terrible. Like I said, I watched it like 3 times, so I enjoyed the movie. I liked the music. The actress was phenomenal. Learning that she was using her actual voice, not lip syncing, makes the movie even more better because she sounds so good. So I will give it, like, if I had to give it out of 5 stars, I would give it a 3. Like, it wasn't terrible, but I just would have wanted more details about the artist herself and whatever else, you know, she went through or did, as opposed to just her relationship with Blake. But they did highlight her relationship with her mom and her nana and her dad. So it seemed like she did come from a strong family background or family support system. But yeah, she was just stuck on Blake. All I'm saying. So that's all I have for this episode, and I will definitely get back to my regular schedule because I do have another topic that I want to talk about very soon. So be sure to stay subscribed. I'm not ditching this channel or this podcast. I really like talking about movies and whatever the fuck else I want to talk about. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.